We meet a woman who sank a battleship without ever leaving England. Jane Hughes was 19 years old, a London debutante. She'd just spent 6 months in Switzerland learning German when her mother called her home for debutante season. Jane thought it was a waste of time. Then a friend invited her to apply to something called the Bletchley Park project. Jane had no idea what it was, but it sounded more interesting than tea parties. She ended up in Hut 4, a cramped, dark decoding room. Poor lighting, poor heating, long hours. At Bletchley Park, 8,000 women worked to crack Nazi communications. When Britain's codebreakers cracked the daily Enigma code, Jane and other women would receive the keys and type out encoded messages on modified Typex machines. It was tedious, it was exhausting, and then, on May 25, 1941, everything changed. A message came through. Jane decoded it. It was from a Luftwaffe general whose son was aboard the Bismarck, Germany's most fearsome battleship. The message revealed the Bismarck's location and destination. Jane immediately recognized its importance. She relayed the intel to the Navy. 2 days later, May 27, 1941, the British Navy found and sank the Bismarck. Over 2,000 Germans were killed. It was Bletchley Park's first major victory, proof that codebreaking could change the war. And Jane? She couldn't tell anyone. Not her husband, not her children. Not for 50 years. Because of the Official Secrets Act, Jane Hughes Fawcett, who became an opera singer and architecture preservationist after the war, couldn't reveal what she'd done until the 1990s. When she finally could, she said, "We felt slightly ashamed of having only done Bletchley, like also-rans. My grandchildren were very surprised. Jane, you helped sink the Bismarck. You were not an also-ran."